Well, what is going on? The Grizzlies, late night kept us up. They dropped one by 13 points, which felt like a lot worse, 131 to 118. I'm Jared Davidson, joined surprisingly last minute by Uncle Buck. Was fully expected to do this by myself. Uncle Buck, how you doing, man?
Hey, listen, this is uncharted territory you're in. I'm just trying to be the good vet on the team here.
I'm glad.
It is approaching midnight Central Standard Time, God's time zone here. Everybody is always amped for a matchup with Golden State. You checked all the bingo cards. You checked all the boxes today with the Draymond Green flagrant, and I just thought people may be a little salty at the Grizzlies. I know we're going to get a bunch of vitriol here about Draymond Green, warranted vitriol about Draymond Green, and I just thought I'd come in and lend a hand. That's all I'm doing.
I appreciate it because considering this is my first one, and first one in the saddle, I do appreciate it. But we're here. The Grizzlies, they do drop one here tonight, 118 to 131, as you can see on the bottom of your screen. Uncle Buck, it wasn't a bad first half. It really wasn't. The first few minutes were kind of rough a little bit, but the Grizzlies found their groove. I believe they had 17 assists on 19 made baskets in that first half. They were moving the ball really well, and it was a close game in the first half before it all just tumbled away. But what did you really like about that first half?
Yeah, I mean, you got off to a bad start. The Golden State gets off to a early 10-point lead there, and what swung it was the bench. If you look at the plus minus at halftime, you would see that all the starters are in the negative, and all the bench unit was in the positive. Cedric Coward and John Conchar being the first two off the bench really flipped it, and I'm going to give about 25% of that to Jitty, but it's 75% Coward. Listen, at halftime, I was thinking some outlandish stuff regarding Cedric Coward and where he stacks up on this team for the future. I mean, I was just totally out of bounds, and I can't stop myself from going down the, oh my goodness, he may be Michael Jordan rabbit hole. And he just had an incredible impact on that game early to get that game back even and then to take the lead and have a really good middle of the second quarter to first half of middle of the first quarter to first half of the second quarter. I thought they were really good. That's exactly what you want this Grizzlies team to look like. And then just everything got super hard.
Yeah. Everything felt like it just got it's like you make scrambled eggs, and all of a sudden you just make it very hard by getting tools you don't need. In the first quarter, you mentioned the plus minus. Santi and Javon came in, had a plus 25 combined in that first quarter, which kind of sparked that 16-0 run in that one. But I do kind of want to talk about it. I see some people alluding to it. Jaren in the first half, now granted, only had one field goal attempt, but the minute distribution for him wasn't necessarily great either. He had 9 points, 4 rebounds with a +9, only one foul, but he sat for a pivotal 4-minute stretch where Golden State started to, extend their lead a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't just Jaren. In that second quarter, there was a run where Jaren and Ja were both on the bench.
Yeah,
I feel like that's something that Isolo has avoided a lot of this season so far, through 3 games at least. I don't remember seeing a time in which in meaningful basketball, taking out basically the whole Heat game, but you haven't seen much time without Ja and or Jaren on the court. Both of them got minutes on the bench together tonight. It did not go well. But listen, this game is extremely frustrating for one major reason. You've got the stats up in front of you. Tell me how many points Steph Curry ended with.
Steph Curry ended with only 16 points and only 11 attempted shots.
Yeah. So you do a really good job. The combination of Ced and Jalen and KCP, they did a really good job of denying him the ball and allowing him or disallowing him to take a lot of shots. And you wasted that performance. I feel like everybody was flat. I don't know if you chalk this up to the first road trip of the season. I don't know what it is. Just nobody I felt was good. And outside of Ja, but Ja on offense was an inefficient shot tonight. The assist popped all game long. He was really good at finding open guys, and but the shot just wasn't efficient. And I just felt like nobody really came to play. Jaren, we could say minutes, we can say this and that, but he's the second best player on this team. He's got no business taking like 6 shots halfway through the third quarter. Like it just seemed like you got punked, and that was no more obvious than Santi Aldama.
Ja took 23 shots tonight, and the next closest person to him was Santi with 13. Those are the only two guys who took double-digit shots. Jaren took 9. He was 2 of 3 from 3, which usually whenever he's feeling it from 3 has a high percentage. He takes more of those shots, but tonight we did not see that at all. I want to talk about the third quarter. I have it in my notes here. I typed it down halfway through that third quarter. The third quarter ghosts are back. And, we talked about the Indiana game where the third quarter kind of was really good in the Indiana game. Yep, there's Meeks talking about it. The third quarter against Indiana was really good. Started off sluggish again, but then the Grizzlies reeled it back in. Tonight, it got out of hand and got out of hand fast, and they did not really regroup, is for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
And I think it all started with one specific moment.
Yeah. Listen, let's not bury the lead any further with that. Like I said, you checked all the bingo cards. You ticked all the boxes when it comes to a matchup with Golden State. And the most obvious thing you can just kind of set your watch by is that Draymond is going to do something stupid and reckless and just absolutely abhorrent. And that's what he did. Like, the NFL dropped or tried to ban hip drop tackles. That's what he horse collared Santi Aldama after turning the ball over. Just totally went full steroid rage.
When your dog makes a mess in the house and you grab the back of their neck and sniff their nose in it, that's what Draymond did to Santi.
Yeah. And it was just, listen, I don't know how. I've always been just the biggest Steph Curry fan. I love Steph Curry. I think he changed the game. I think he's a pioneer. I think he's a good guy. The most questionable attribute that Steph Curry and all Golden State Warriors fans is how they can consistently stay behind him. I don't get it. He pulls him down as he's trying to shoot a layup, pulls him down by his neck, and then and I hate the thing. Like, if you want to be a heel, be a heel. But I can't stand it when you obviously try to maim somebody, and then after the maiming is completed, you act like you're trying to break their fall. You act like you're trying to help them down. Yeah. Like, it's just the most two-faced thing. Like, dude, if you're gonna do a play like that, just finish it off, go full heel, throw the middle finger, crush a couple beers, and take your punishment. But to grab him by the neck and pull him down backwards, and then to half-heartedly help him hit the ground softly, it just makes it even worse.
And then get up and call it effing soft, audibly on the broadcast.
Yeah, and all right, so first, the altercation happens. Mm-hmm. The only person I see in the vicinity is Javon Small, and he's not making an effort to defend your guy, and I'm not going to ask a rookie to do that anyways, but somebody's got to get up and just at least be the hold me back guy. Fake it. I don't care. But Jaren Jackson, that Spartan dog stuff, I don't care if you're friends or Michigan State guys and you're the brotherhood of Spartan Brotherhood. That dude was MFing you and you were just standing there. I hated it. I could not stand it. And then Santi just bricks both free throws, and Draymond gets on his horse and starts getting up down. And I'm not a big dude, but I've got some pride about me.
Yeah.
How he doesn't just cross the lane and deck him, blindside him. I don't care. You were just blindsided, tit for tat. It's just he just gets away with so much, and everybody, including the people he get it to, just seems so defeated by the fact that nothing's going to change.
Yeah, it's first no one steps up to him. Then Santi misses the 2 free throws, and then as he's skipping across, man, I do agree. Edie would have gotten it if he was in.
That is my. I'm the.
You are the.
I'm the Edie. Guy. I'm the Edie truther in this circle here. 100%. Edie's getting in that.
Yeah,
and Edie's getting in the mix.
I think that whole situation also got to Santi's head, because after the missed 2 free throws, you kind of saw him start to try to take the game over, but also take the game over in such a bad way, man.
Yeah. I do think that a lot of the Draymond stuff comes back to officials.
It always
does. The fact that was called a common foul for starters, and then he gets to bark more than anybody else. He gets to MF more than anybody else, and it's almost like to draw a parallel that kind of hits close to home, in which we were a benefactor of. Is it's the whole old Tony Allen thing.
Yeah.
Tony Allen got away with everything, and it's because he was just known to be a tough physical defender, wing defender. Draymond is just known to be a little mouthy brat, and he really tests my strength of trying not to use a lot of 4-letter words. He tests me more than anybody in the world, and
including your kids,
including my kids, and he just gets so. It's like the bar's just so high for him. The threshold is so high for him because you just know that's just Draymond being Draymond.
Yeah, I do want to touch because I don't want to be on here late tonight. It's already almost midnight.
No.
We say we both got work tomorrow morning, and we just watched the Grizzlies get punked. The fourth quarter started. This is something I noticed. This is the first real gripe I have with T.I. this year. You have a chance to start the comeback and whatnot. You can have a chance to get this game close at the start of the fourth. He started the fourth quarter with Ja, Cam, Jitty, Wells, and Jock. And then while we're down 15 with 2:50 in, he subs back in a few guys, and it goes Ja, Jaren, Santi, Wells, and KCP. Yeah, you got to put your best five out on. You got to put your athletes out there on the fourth quarter to start.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly because you can't try to get in the game after the 6-minute mark. You've got to get in the game initially. It was a 18, 20-point game going into the third quarter or something like that. And so you've got to at least cut it to 12 in the first 4 or 5 minutes of that game to show progress that you're fighting for something to rally, to make Golden State nervous. Listen, Golden State, they've always been a high turnover team.
Always.
And so you can really force the issue on them. You can go on runs. The Grizzlies went on an 18-2 run today, and it was a lot of just getting into the offense and getting up and down the court. And that comes off of turnovers. It comes off of missed shots and good defense. Being able to get out and run. When the Grizzlies stink, they stink because the game slows down on them. And that's what happened today. It causes everyone to look bad. And this was the perfect game. Like, I don't know. T.I.'s obviously made a conscious decision to go with Jitty. And listen, I don't mind Jitty. I'm one of the guys I'm pretty neutral on Jitty. I think he provides some stuff. He's got holes in his game, but he's a bench player, so I don't get too bent out of shape over Jitty like some people do. This felt like an Omax game for me. Like he's just kind of buried. I don't really understand. We've gotten good experience out of Omax in the opener. Like I don't know why he's gotten shortened a little bit. I know he's a two-way guy, but I don't feel like he did anything wrong, And so when somebody doesn't do anything wrong and their minutes go away, it kind of just leaves you wondering, like, oh, well, it's kind of weird, that you're not seeing any of him.
Yeah, I do think that's weird too. I kind of thought about it in the middle of that third quarter when things were going south. It's like, hey, put him in. He was an energy guy in the opener. Let's go ahead and just get him in, see what he can do. Also, too, another big one, when Draymond picked up his fifth and they subbed him out early in the fourth quarter, in my opinion, you got to bring Jaren back into that spot, too.
Yeah. I'm for playing all the guys. I mean, I think that just increases the absurdity of it just that much more. I think he should have been in to start with. Then Draymond gets his fifth foul and then ultimately gets his sixth foul and fouls out. But at that point, it's too late. Another thing T.I.'s kind of not figured out yet, and that Taylor Jenkins, if he was an expert at one thing, it was the challenge button. T.I. has not figured out the challenge button yet. Obvious blatantly missed foul call on Jaren.
That's one of the few times. Yeah, that one, and then the batted pass out of bounds.
Yeah, and he just hadn't figured that out yet. Again, you lose by 18 or you lose by 13, and so it's probably inconsequential. But he hadn't figured out the green button yet.
No. Real quick, how many turnovers do you think Memphis had tonight? If you don't have it pulled up right now,
I don't have it pulled up. I did look. I think they were pretty much even on pretty much all stats. I'm gonna say probably 13, 14.
13. It felt watching the game. It felt like a lot more. But only having 13 in that game,
it just felt like it didn't feel like a game in which the Grizzlies pissed it away. It felt like we played the Warriors game. And when a team like the Warriors and Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry, who don't mind playing in the half court and going off screens and bebopping the ball around and playing at a slower pace, that's what happened. That's what the Grizzlies struggle. The Grizzlies struggle when they have to play half court basketball. And
Yeah.
you look up and down the stat sheet here, and every single starter in the halftime was in the negatives, and
Mhm.
it was obvious that you were not playing your style of basketball.
Yeah, it got very obvious that they got out of their own rhythm early. Also, too, you mentioned it. Steph Curry only taking 11 shots, scoring 16 points. Jimmy Butler only took 8 shots, and he's been probably I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say bigger focal point than Steph early in the season for Golden State, but he's been right there with them the entirety of their first 3 games before tonight, and neither of
I
them.
mean, if I just tell you right now, going into the game, that the Warriors' leading scorer is going to be Pods and Jonathan Kuminga, you're going to be like, sign me up. Grizzlies win 10 out
Yeah.
of 10 times. But Podzinski went 5 of 7 from 3. Moses Moody went 5 of 7 from 3.
Moses
10
Moody
of
was
14 from
at
3.
one point in the third quarter.
It was just a role player game for them, which is frustrating because our starters couldn't do anything.
No.
It's
And I will
just a
say, like,
frustrating game.
you can attribute it to the first West Coast swing of the year, a little bit to it, simply because just it's always that first one. It's always tough. We don't play well, especially on the first game of a road trip out west. You can attribute part of it to that, but overall, just like I said, it didn't feel like the Grizzlies pissed it away, but it's just not a great showing overall.
Appreciate everybody being here with us. It's a late night. We got some night owls here. Like I said, the Warriors get the best of Grizzlies post game stuff because everybody loves to hate the Warriors.
Yep.
Lots of there's some back and forth on Landale. I know the plus minus wasn't good tonight. I didn't think he was terrible.
I didn't
thought
think
he was fine.
Okay, I will say my first half reaction of him was, yeah. I just saw some things I didn't like as far as down low catching passes and some of the foul calls, especially that he was getting. But in the second half, I will say he cleaned it up a little bit and started succumbing to his role more and more and finding the open spots more.
Yeah, well, the thing you got, and I preached this all year last year, and everybody thought I was an idiot, and rightfully so. Lots of people think I'm an idiot, but I think I'm right.
You are an Ole Miss fan.
You have got to think about the roles these players are supposed to be playing. Why did we sign Jock Landale? It was not to be our starting center. Why was Jake LaRavia playing? It's not because he was the 7th best player on this roster. It's because it was the 7th best player on the roster that had 17 injuries. Like, you've got to take this into account, and that's not excusing it, but to have a point to say that Jock Landale sucks, it's just kind of missing the forest for the trees for me. Like, you're not going to win or lose any game because of Jock Landale.
No,
he's a backup center that's having to play starter.
Yeah, and I guess my gripe with him in the first half was that he was a minus 23 at one point, and then he worked it back down because he's, like I said, he settled in, and someone mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, but
from the field. But
it's so hard to look at single game plus minuses though, especially when the starters all sucked.
All of them were minus 17.
Ja was a minus 20. Like,
yeah,
nobody's going to come on here and say Ja sucked tonight. Like, you can't just watch single game plus minus. Jock Landale is a backup center in this league. He will be very crucial in games for us, but he will not ever be a starting level center for the Grizzlies. Like, you hope that Zach Edey gets healthy, or you hope honestly that's the only hope really. Maybe Brandon Clark comes back and has some spring to his step, but you gotta hope Zach Edey comes back healthy and Jock Landale gets you 15 to 18 minutes of game with serviceable backup center.
Yeah. Real quick, because we are dawning on midnight here. Memphis Wednesday, another 9:00 tip. They will be at Phoenix. Phoenix tonight drops a overtime game against the Jazz, which was a really good game. I had that one on another screen as well. But Phoenix, they are 1-3. They have not won since opening night against Sacramento.
This is a game you need more than anything. I mean, it is not going to matter in the standings. I think Phoenix is going to stink. They've started out the season stinking. I think they're only going to stink worse. But there is a direct correlation in future success of the Grizzlies and the short-term failures of the Phoenix Suns, and you do not want to contribute to them having a better record than what they should have. So I saw, I think it was Sean Coleman, Statty Sean. I think he was the one that tweeted it out. He did a daily tankathon where the Grizzlies ended up with the second and third pick in the random, lottery simulator. So
Yeah, that's big. I mean, looking at the game for Phoenix real quick tonight. Markkinen had a night down low. He was 51 points against him. Devin Booker dropped 34 and 10. So it's going to be a good one. It's Phoenix's second home game of the year. Yeah, we appreciate y'all. And plus, too, while y'all are here, we do have a big host of other shows. We have 3 daily shows that are come on. It'll be the Daily Grind with Luke at 7:30 in the morning every single weekday, Monday through Friday. Uncle Buck and Rusty Witten with the $2 Sports Show every single weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock. And then it is the Anthony Sane Show at 1 p.m. with his co-host Kenny Stubblefield every single weekday, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. talking all things Grizzlies, all things everything. And put that notification bell on, get the notification whenever we go live.
Yeah, one of the things, and you read through the comments here and you know what I'm talking about. People like to crash out after losses. Yep. This is a therapy session. I don't call out people for foolishness very often. I like for everybody to vent here because the only difference between me and 99% of the people in the comment section right now is I've just got a camera and a microphone in front of me because I'm with you here. Let's just take a breather here. Listen, this was an extremely frustrating game because you held Steph Curry to 11 shots and 16 points, and you think you should have won it. This was a blueprint on what you've got to fix to be successful in a playoff type scenario here. This is the kind of stuff you have to see. Golden State Warriors, they, as much as we hate them, they are a championship pedigree team with seasoned alpha males on that team, and they forced you to play their game tonight. And when they force you to play their game, you stink. And so you're going to have to figure out a way to either have some options to play other ways or avoid playing slow down basketball. And that's what the Grizzlies fell into today. And then they couldn't get themselves out of it.
No, they couldn't. And when the Pippen and Jerome news dropped, when that news dropped, and we knew Edie and BC were going to be out, it's just about getting through these first 20 games with a serviceable record. 12-8, 13-7, heck, 10-10 through the first 20, being 500 through what is a tough first part of the schedule, and then you get your guys hopefully back full throttle to go for the heart of the season. You just got to stay afloat right now. Win the games you should, steal a couple that, realistically you should be heavily not favored.
Yeah, the Grizzlies are 2-2 on the season. This is not the NFL. This is not college football. We are not just sweating out losses that could keep you out of postseason when we're in October. You've lost one game in which you were the favored team. You got boat raced by Miami. Weird game. You can chalk some of these up. You were a 7.5 to 9.5 point underdog on the road in your first road game, and you got played out of the gym by a team that's won 4 titles. Like, it doesn't have to be that big of a deal. Does this team have holes? It's got stuff we need to address? Yes. Is it worth firing your GM over or bringing in the random PJ Hall? He catches strays for some reason. Hey, whatever you got to do, brother. Get it out of your system. Whatever you have to do to help you sleep at night. And I think he was just put to bed. I think Sane just put him to bed.
He was put in timeout, I think. Like I said, we're 4 minutes past midnight. Drew and I have daily jobs we got to get to tomorrow. I'm putting this up here. There's 82 of these things. We played 4.
That's not what that says.
82 of them things. There we go. 82 of them things.
Right.
Okay. And we've played 4. We got 78 left. And so it's gonna be fine. It's like I said, just stay afloat these first 20 games, battle it out in the heart of the season with a full throttle lineup. Hopefully.
You know what matters? We have played 4 games in this season, including 1 back-to-back.
Yep.
And 1 road trip. And John Morant's played in every single game.
Yes, John.
I can't ask for anything more.
He is on pace.
I was extremely hard on John Morant last year for not playing basketball. Yep. This team will be good if John Morant is good. It's just as simple as that. This team will not go undefeated if John Morant plays every single game.
The team and also too, you need John Morant to play to have your best shot to win. That was preached all off season. When John Morant plays, this team is good. And like Anthony Sane just said, he is on pace to play 82 of them things. I feel like that's a good note to end on.
Yeah. It got 82 of them things.
82 of them things. There we go.
Appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. It is tomorrow already, and your guys hanging out with me, me and Jared commiserating over loss. So we greatly thank you. Yep. If you want more talk, if this little 26-minute episode was not enough for you, and I'm sure it wasn't, check out a more long form. Jared, you gonna be on the daily grind in the morning?
No, my days are Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Okay, so you'll get Rusty on the daily grind tomorrow morning at 7:30 right here on YouTube. Yep. Me and Rusty will be live tomorrow for the 2 Buck Sports Show at 11. Big Dog Anthony Sane will be going live at 1 o'clock with Kenny, I'm sure. We're going to talk about all this. We're going to look forward. We're going to look backwards. We're going to talk head coaching searches. There's a World Series game that's currently in the 13th inning, and nobody
the Blue Jays
cares.
Not score with bases loaded?
I just got a notification saying they're going into the 13th inning. So,
yeah, no, saying I put him in timeout for a split second.
Okay, did you let him back in? Let me tell him goodbye and tell him to, he's welcome back as long as he. It's just like I tell my daughter, it's like, yes, you're going to go to timeout for a minute, but you're not going to live there forever. You're going to come out, and I'm going to welcome you back into the family. But you got to know that's not okay. That's not okay. Your behavior, I guess. So, excuse me. So, anyways, Jared, feel free to tell the people good night, and we'll get out of here.
Well, good night, good morning, good afternoon if you're Wayno, wherever you are in Aussie land. Grizzlies, they fall. They are back in action on Wednesday, and I believe that is Mr. Rusty Buckets himself that will have the post-game bounce. Like Drew just said, tune in tomorrow. You got 3 full shows tomorrow. It's a full day.
I think you're going to get no bluffing. I think you're going to get no bluffing tomorrow, too.
No bluffing was tonight at 7. It dropped. They were on tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, they're on Mondays. So, yeah, you got no bluffing. I think Tuesdays you get one of the either Tigers Daily or Tigers Untapped. I know Night Courts at some point. But, yeah. Anyways,
lots of stuff.
You got lots of stuff. Just okay, you know what? Put the notification on whenever there's a premiere or a go live.
You know what's better than 1 bowl?
2 bowls.
Bowl. Yes.
On that note, we are going to head to bed. So, God bless. Good night. Hit the notification bell for any live streams. Click the like button, find your favorite shows, and we are out here.
On the button.